I've put some subtle changes in place for 2026, and it's now February. We're halfway through February, and I wanted to share the changes that I've made and how they're working out and how they're helping me. So I have things that I have on my non-negotiables list. Some of them are health related, some of them are business related, and some of them just purely fill my cup. So the first one is yoga. There is no way that I will pass up a yoga session Monday to Friday, first thing in the morning, because if I don't do it first thing, it just doesn't happen. So I, towards the end of 2020, well, pretty much all the way through 2025, there would often be times when I felt like I was too busy to do yoga. It's always been something I've loved doing. I've done yoga for the past, 6 or 7 years. And it was always something I would do just straight after the school run in the morning. So it was always easy to do it because I would put on my gym clothes, take my son to school, come back and do yoga first thing that I did before I even started work. And it used to work really well. Then my son started college. Didn't, his times are all different. He's not going to college at the same time every morning. He then now drives a car of his own, so he doesn't need me to take him. So I had, that my reason to sort of get up at a certain time in the morning had disappeared. So I was all over the place for a while, and I'd often get up and feel like I hadn't got time to do it. There just wasn't time for even 10 minutes of yoga. So this is because one of my businesses is running a dog boarding establishment. So we quite often have, a house full of dogs to come down to in the morning. And sometimes, it's very noisy. Sometimes, they're barking for their breakfast or whatever. So it's really hard. So something I've put into place for this year, moving forwards, is to just simply get up 20 minutes earlier. It's so simple, but it literally means that I have time to, before I come downstairs, I have time to do a 10-15 minute yoga session upstairs. And I just follow somebody on YouTube, a few different people on YouTube where, I get my yoga videos from. So that was number one. And it's just making such a difference because I give myself the weekends off. But Monday to Friday, it's 10 minutes and I don't notice it. I don't think, oh, I've got to do yoga this morning. I actually really love yoga. And, this could be something different for yourself. It could be, any form of exercise. But yoga for me is something easy that I can do from home just by watching YouTube. So that's my one that I love. The second one is make sure I'm making sure that I have a coffee date with myself at least once a week. Time spent by yourself is so, so important. Just to spend time, with your own thoughts and just simply reflecting on things. Like yesterday, for example, I took one of our dogs and I just walked to the local cafe, sat and had a coffee and just took my journal, read through some old posts, wrote down loads of notes, planned things that I was going to do. And it was a lovely time. And we do need that time alone. It's where the magic happens. It's where we sort of creative and think of things that we want to do, especially if we're business owners. So sometimes I will find myself, I do this more than once a week. This week, for example, I think I've had a couple, but never feel guilty about it because it's really important that you spend time by yourself. The third thing is, this is something I'm starting now, actually. I haven't done this until this week, but I'm trying very, very hard to have time without my phone because I've found myself constantly scrolling, taking it from room to room with me. Why even take my phone into the bathroom in the morning? I mean, why on earth, would you do that? I had a very strict routine not long ago where I wouldn't pick up my phone again until I'd got back from the school run and done my yoga session. And then only then did I pick up my phone. So I'm going back to having time without the phone, especially late at night because it's not good for you. And, sometimes during the day as well. So I'm just giving myself set periods where I don't touch my phone and I just do something else, just, something that's, good for the soul. Number 4 is And I've always done this, and it's so, so important and makes a massive difference. And that's just writing down my gratitude and my abundance daily. I have a special, well, several places where I do this. I've got a planner that I call my manifestation planner that sits on my desk. I've got books, I've got special gratitude journals, but it can be written anywhere. It doesn't matter. But I write down everything that I'm grateful for in the day and all the good things that have happened. And I call that my abundance tracker. So all the things, it could be a compliment that somebody's given me. It could be something good that's happened in the business. Somebody's given us a gift, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Just write anything down that has made you feel good that day. Number 5, I've decided that I'm going to post at least once a week for each of my different businesses on social media and put a link to where people can work with me. This is something, I do sporadically, not regularly enough, and never have done. So this year, that's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a specific post at least once a week, more if possible, where I sit down and, put some real creative thought into a heartwarming post that's going to help people. And then they can also learn about how they can work with me by clicking the link. So it's just directing people. I think I've maybe always had a little bit of a fear of selling, which, is one of those things that we need to see as that we're helping people. We're not selling, we're helping other people by pointing them in the direction of what we can offer. So that's number 5 on my non-negotiables for 2026. The last thing, number 6, is to make sure that each day I have a period of time where I'm completely present in the moment. This I've been doing more and more and finding the benefits to be amazing since I read The Greatest Secret a couple of years ago by Rhonda Byrne. I'd always been fascinated with The Secret book and The Secret film, but then she brought out The Greatest Secret. So when I read that, I was just blown away, and I had to read it at a second sitting. It wasn't the first time I read it that I actually grasped it. It was the second time. So I love the book so much. It really opened my eyes to how being present in the moment can truly affect the way we feel on a day-to-day basis. We aren't our thoughts. We're not the thoughts that go through our head all the time. We are just the present moment, the awareness. So just sitting. I mean, I've found myself now when I wake up in the morning, I'm just thinking, what am I aware of? I'm aware of the bed supporting me. I'm aware of the birds singing outside. It just makes you become so, you notice everything just by being that, having that awareness. And it's such a great feeling. So that is something I also put on my non-negotiables list so that I will do it every single day. So those are the 6 things. Why don't you make a list for yourself of your non-negotiables? Those are my things that I have to do at least every day or at least every week. And the more, I can do those things, the better, really. So come up with your non-negotiables list, and I'd love to hear in the comments what they are for you, and if you have any thoughts on the ones that I've shared today. So thank you very much for listening. If you go to my website, adeldecaso.com, you'll find lots of information about personal growth, self-improvement, specifically for shy people as well, but you don't have to be shy to benefit from the things that I share. So head on over to adeldecaso.com. I'd love to see you there. Bye for now.